Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Julie and I'm a sonography student. I'm currently on my winter break right now. I'm staying in this cute little cabin. So I want to go ahead and get this video started. I have a lot to talk about, including stuff that went on last semester, and then some new stuff that's going to be coming up next semester, which starts on Monday. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, I want to go ahead and talk about how I ended last semester. So I ended up getting all A's, which was awesome. I put in a lot of time and effort to get good grades, and I was so excited to end the semester with all A's. We also had a final evaluation at the end of the semester where we sat down one-on-one with our instructors and they went over a couple different things with us. So they went over our overall attitude throughout the semester, our ergonomics, which is proper body positioning, our progression on scanning throughout the semester, technical skills. We also got an evaluation from our clinical site, and then they talked to us about our overall grades in each of our classes throughout the semester. So I was really happy with my final evaluation. It was awesome to have that one-on-one sit down with my instructors. I tend to be a little bit more quiet and don't really speak up a lot in class. It was a great opportunity and all they had was nice things to say about me, so that was really great to hear. It was an awesome little confidence booster at the end of the semester. So one of the big things that we had to do at the end of the semester was our protocol portfolio. Basically, throughout this semester, we had been turning in scans and we would get graded on them. And then at the end of the semester, we had to redo all of our scans and turn them in as one big assignment. We had to do aorta, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, and then we could do spleen for extra credit if we wanted to. We did get a grade for overall how well the scan was, but we're also graded on the protocol, whether we follow it correctly, meaning that we don't leave out any images and that we don't take any unnecessary images, and that we're taking the images we need to take in the proper order. We also get graded on anatomy, which means that we are imaging the area of interest anatomically correctly, and then we have to make sure that we label the image correctly. So the label will include the area of interest, sometimes we'll need to say right and left, and patient position. We also get graded on knobology, which means that we're using our depth, focus, and gain correctly, as well as any other knobology that we choose to use while imaging. And then there's measurements, so we need to make sure that we're taking measurements at the appropriate time during the scan on the right image, and that the actual number for the measurements is correct. Then towards the end of the semester, we did start learning about color and Doppler. So we did get graded on our skills with those areas, whether we're progressing how we should be or not. And last but not least, each of the scans does have a time limit, so we need to make sure that we complete the exam within that time limit. It took me about 2 weeks to get my protocol portfolio together, and I was pretty sure going into it that I was going to get a B, but I ended up with an A, which was awesome. I did redo a lot of my scans a couple of times just to make sure it was as good as I could get it. So along with our protocol portfolio at the end of the semester, we also of course had our final exams. So we had 3 written finals for anatomy, fundamentals, and physics. And then we also had a practical exam, which is where we would be scanning and our instructors would be standing behind us watching. So we had to do 9 images, which were totally random. We wouldn't know what they would be, and we were supposed to do it in 15 minutes or less. I think it took me about 13 minutes to finish, and there was one image that I really struggled with, but I ended up getting an A on that as well. The practical exam was a little bit scary because throughout the semester, we typically did not have the instructors stand behind us and watch us complete a whole exam. Obviously, they would come over and help us if we had a problem or a question, but all of the exams that were graded throughout the semester were just turned in on a flash drive, so the instructors weren't actually watching over our shoulders as we were doing the scan. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the SPI exam, which is through ARDMS. SPI stands for Sonographic Principles and Instrumentation, and basically this exam is all about the physics course that you take. So you do have to pass the SPI in order to become a sonographer, and I did pass mine, which was awesome. Total number of points you can get is 700, and I ended up getting a 630, which was so great. And the minimum score that you need to pass is a 555. What I would love to do is make a whole separate video all about the SPI, go into a lot more depth about the exam itself, how I prepared for it, and of course answer any questions that you guys have. So if you would, leave me some questions down in the comments below, and then I'll get back to you guys in a separate video all about the SPI. Over winter break, we've been required to complete 8 hours of scanning in open lab. Here's a picture of me getting ready to scan my boyfriend. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is what's going to be coming up next semester. So this is what you guys can expect to be kind of the topics of my videos in the future. So the classes that I'll be taking are Abdominal Sonography 1, which is going to be all about pathology. So in the first semester, we learned how to recognize everything that's normal, and in this next semester, we're going to be learning about everything abnormal. The next class that I'm going to be taking is Pelvic Sonography and First Trimester Obstetrics. So I'm super excited about that. OB is what really got me interested in the career, so it'll be interesting to see how well I like that class. And then of course we have our next clinical rotation, which will start as soon as the semester starts on Monday. I'm at another hospital, so I'm super excited about starting that too. And real quick, I just wanted to mention that I did just recently create a Twitter for my sonography journey. It's at jmaysono, so if you guys want to follow me there, I'm planning on posting a lot more frequently there. I can just kind of talk about things that happen day to day, cases at clinical, things like that. So if you guys are interested, I'd love for you to follow me there. It'll be easier for me to post a lot more often there instead of having to wait for a lot of stuff to accumulate before making a YouTube video. And then to wrap this video up, I just want to answer a couple of questions from my previous videos. So one question that I have was, how do I handle the workload? So I do put in a lot of time and a lot of effort into studying and making sure that, I'm going to be doing well in my classes. But if you're really passionate about what you're doing and what you're learning, it doesn't really feel like a lot of work. The biggest thing I would say is just make sure that you're managing your time wisely. For me, I have a little planner and I write down when each of my assignments are going to be due so that I can make sure I spend as much time as I need to complete everything and do as well as I can. The next question I have is about how do I remember specific details? So for me, flashcards is the best way to memorize specific things. If you guys want, you can refer back to my video, How I Study for Ultrasound School, in which I talk about how I take notes, flashcards, drawing pictures, a lot of things like that. And basically that video is everything that I do to study, so that's how I remember specific details as well as larger concepts as well. And then the last thing I want to answer is a question for me, but also a question for you guys. So I had one person ask me if I can make videos of each of the protocols that we've been learning in school. So I would love to do that. I just wanted to see how many other people would be interested in that. So basically what I would do is take a scan at school, bring it home and upload it into a video and just kind of explain to you guys each of the pictures that I take, why we take that picture, what's supposed to be in it, what's it supposed to look like, things like that. That way you guys can kind of have an understanding of what an ultrasound scan looks like. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know in the comments below and I'll get started on it. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited to be starting this next semester and sharing everything with you guys. If you have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Bye.